Hey YouTube, it's me, Kenneth Ryan, and as you can see, this is going to be a special edition of Talking About Stuff because I'm joined by these lovely ladies who are all squeezing onto a space that is way too small for all of us. And we're here to talk about the first season of Roommates. I'm hoping you've seen it. If you haven't, check out the link down below, send it to a playlist. Watch them all, because they're amazing, and you get to see our lovely faces acting. This is sort of special because the second season of Roommates is going to be a thing that happens in the near-ish future. We're going to start filming hopefully soon, and we're just going to tell you everything we think about it that pops in our heads.
Oh wow, that's great.
Within the time frame of this episode. So it was fun.
Yeah,
I could say that. It was fun. It was almost a year ago.
I never managed to make it as straight-faced as you wanted Micah to be in the beginning.
It's okay. Yeah, can you believe that was almost a year ago?
No.
We're like 2 months away from a year ago from filming.
That's weird.
That's really weird.
And we've all grown so much. I got a haircut. I'm 10 times more anime.
I got a haircut, which you can totally tell.
Yeah, you're like...
This is my natural hair color. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Behind the scenes,
Oh,
Lindsay
gosh.
isn't a black-haired vixen.
I didn't dye my hair black.
We have the lovely Amanda Bethany. And then we have Sister Sarah, portrayed by Abigail McCollum, who left us halfway through the season. But
Camera.
in the end, I think that helped your character a lot because I've got plans. Dun, dun, dun.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Sister Sarah might not be done. Wait till Roommates gets a comic version. She'll get her own one-shot.
It's not already a comic? Oh, wait.
Comic book.
Oh, I thought you meant like comedy. Oh.
Wait till I write the Roommates drama.
Oh my.
Right?
You can't write a drama.
Put my arm
I'm
on your leg like
convinced.
there.
You what?
I'm convinced you can't write a drama. Everything is just a
My
comedy.
hair's so poofy.
Even if it's not intended to be a comedy, it's a comedy.
You're a douche novel.
No, in Angel, the punch scene.
That was so funny.
Just literally.
We're not talking about Angel, we're talking about Roommates. And so let's start with episode 1. That was the pilot that I wrote at 2 in the morning.
The one that failed to hook a bunch of people.
Yeah, pretty much. The roommates had a problem and they needed to pay their rent, which they spent the next 3 months trying to do.
Oh, sorry.
We introduced everybody who took part in that show. We used a music stand to support the camera
For the first 6 episodes.
because we did not have the beautiful tripod that I have now. It was low budget to the extreme. Right. Favorite memories from episode 1? Mine is Bethany slamming the door that didn't even make it into the
Oh my gosh, and I got in so much trouble with my family for slamming that door over and over again. It was supposed to be like, oh yeah, you slam the door and then come inside. And so that's a really necessary thing. It's not in any of the episode 1s, like the remastered or the normal one. I was enraged when I found that one. Also, we could talk about the fact that I had to sing Mail Time at least 10 times.
Maybe more. 7 vaginas.
Vaginas?
Maybe more.
That's way too many.
Okay.
You're straight up covering Abby's face.
Yeah,
okay, that's way too.
So that's my favorite memory. What's yours, Bethany?
Okay, that didn't work at all. Let's just leave that alone.
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of the first episode. Because I had to sing Mail Time, and second was the awkward zoom on my face.
I love it.
Where it was zoom in on Amanda's concerned face, and I'm like,
so good.
How do you do a concerned face? Like,
Lindsay, your face isn't even.
I know. I'm looking at it. I was like,
Lindsay, what was your favorite memory?
okay. I didn't really do much the first episode. Did I make the pentagram, or was it the second episode?
That was you took the junk mail and made the pentagram.
Did I do that the first episode, or was that?
That was the first, because that was Mail Time.
Mail time.
But I didn't make the
It makes me mad.
pentagram. Well, yeah, I did make that.
Abby,
I was meditating.
what's your favorite memory? So true.
Wasn't it just one day? Did we film the first 2 in one day?
It took us one
And we
whole
filmed
day.
4 the next day, and then 6
The
the
episodes
next
were
day.
3 minutes long.
I am way too
I
close
love
to
the
this
scene when
microphone.
you and Abby bumped into each other.
That scene had probably 20 takes. That was so...
Oh, and the microphone was off.
That's just, we can talk about the overarching issue.
I'm just falling down.
Roommates, is the mic off?
There we go.
Oh no, my glasses are on. Let's redo this entire, 10 scenes. Oh no, the mic's off. We have to redo this entire, 2 hours of work.
I'm so good at this. Oh no, Lindsay's standing in the back of the shop.
Well, it was supposed to zoom in. It was supposed to zoom in, you guys. It said in the script, so I thought I was out of camera range.
I know.
But then you're like, she's like here in the middle of the camera. And it's like, that is so far away.
Like, just touch it.
I'm way too close to this mic. This mic needs to back away from me, so it's not like me shouting into it.
So, alright. So, episode 2 is a continuation of episode 1, as everyone who watches the show has known. What even happened in that episode? It's kind of not memorable.
Honestly, there's a lot of episodes.
There's not a lot that's memorable about this.
Oh, that's the one I farted in, isn't it?
Oh yeah!
The Twister.
I love that
scene.
scene.
Laughing.
I love that scene. I also love how I tried so hard when I whispered look, I tried so hard to put the fart over that, and I still messed it up. So you hear, look, fart. In the final version, it's so great.
You can hear look.
You can hear me whisper, look, and then it farts. It's so...
I never noticed that. Fun facts about roommates.
It's bad.
No, one of my favorite things is when we were like, "Ooh, this is really fun. You can speed the audio up or slow it down." And so we're like watching it, and when you speed it up, the fart comes like a really random moment. But when we slow it down, it'll just be like.
I'm just like trying to find a place where I can get in here.
It's the wrong spot.
It's great.
That was.
It is so great. Anyone else have a favorite memory from episode 2?
Is that all that happened?
I was laughing.
Flashed back. What was the point?
You told us
a joke.
You told us what the problem actually was.
Yeah, we found out we needed rent, and then we were going to spend the next 3 months trying to make rent.
But why did we flash back?
Because I made a joke about how you sharded yourself.
Oh.
And I just decided to be a funny flashback. I'm a big fan of visual jokes, which we're going to see in the next season. A lot of visual-based jokes, as well as word jokes, as well as action jokes. It's funny. It's a funny series. Watch it. Episode 3 was the Roadside Bake Sale, which had the best lighting out of all the episodes.
I loved Roadside.
But my eyebrows weren't colored at that point.
I'm gonna go out and say there are 2 episodes that I'm very proud of when it comes to roommates, and Roadside Bake Sale is the first one that I really was proud of.
Although sadly, when me and Kenny are rolling around in the background, we were rolling around for a long time, but it's all behind Abby, so you can't see it.
Because you guys go down and then you just kind of stay and.
No, but it was really funny because you could hear it.
And you could hear that we were clearly laughing.
Yeah, and you see Abby's face and she's just like, I'm done. Oh, it was great. It was so funny. And you made your noise, Bethany, or whatever.
Wait, why did I do that?
When I threw you to the ground.
Oh, yeah, but yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That episode didn't even involve Vika that much. I'm sorry about that.
No, she was literally.
I did my funky eyebrow things
I made it myself.
But if only you could see my face during that. But then I'm just some me time.
I like that.
You had blonde eyebrows. So
God, I liked that so much. I can't tell you when I wrote that episode. I don't remember ever writing the episodes, by the way, for the first season. They exist on my computer. I can pull them up, but I don't remember them. So there's that.
Did the scripts matter?
You kind of wrote them as we went along.
This is so true. First season was mostly ad-libbing. Episode 4, what even happened then? I had my date. I hate episode 4.
Which one was that?
I like that one.
That was the one where I go and get a guy drunk and take his
It's my neck.
This
angle is better.
So I did that. I didn't like that one. I thought I wrote it weird, and I was just like, it's awkward.
I liked it. It was fun.
That was the episode with the flashback where you were dressed up like a goof.
What's up, party people?
That dress was cool.
That was cool.
I like that dress.
Was that the first instance we had Abby reading out of the hymnal? I believe it was.
Probably.
I believe it was. Because I believe in the first 2 episodes you were eating, and then you were running the bake sale.
And then bake sale.
And then, yeah, you were running the hymnal, and Lindsay was scraping back her throat with the Twizzler.
Yep, the donut residue up in the back.
Yeah.
Or that one scene where I was starting to eat, but then he's like, I forgot to take my glasses off, so I just pull it up.
I really like Abby saying promiscuous prostitution.
Yes.
You have a very pleasant voice when it comes to alliteration.
Promiscuous prostitution.
I am.
What was that beeping noise?
I am quite a fan. Episode 5 is another episode I'm very proud of, but only because of Miranda Sings. That episode was just ridiculous from beginning to end. Abby has her best dialogue that I've given her to date.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Yes.
I loved that line.
That line is very well. It was so well executed. I am very proud of that.
Condoms.
I love it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You did it
I
though.
was dating hard.
I loved.
so hard.
I loved that sequence. I loved the
Pat.
randomly pulling up the cat that we never brought back.
Oh my god,
I love Bethany screaming and then us getting yelled
I
at.
can't roll R, so
Yeah.
it's like purr.
It was so funny. That episode was the second episode that I'm very proud of. The 6th episode
Yay.
was the episode where Abby departed from the cast by her own choosing.
To go be our camerawoman.
Yeah, it helped.
That was really a good thing.
In the long run, it helped that Sarah left the show, but I had to replan everything because I did have a very vague outline for the entire
Yeah, you
season.
did not
Vague.
have the things written as we were filming, like before we filmed them. Which,
Shut
like,
up.
I'm thinking about that now. I'm like,
Shut up.
oh my gosh.
Well, Abby said, we need a cameraman, and that she left, and it was okay. And I wrote Sarah out in a way that I thought would be helpful, and it is. And we gave her a last huzzah. Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Anyways, we gave her that, and that was a very sad. That episode was kind of touching. Lindsay's "I miss you" was delivered. It was delivered in a very touching way, but I made it a joke by just zooming in.
And I don't think my eyebrows.
Like,
And I don't know if my eyebrows were done at that point.
But that was good.
Zooming in and I'm like smiling.
My one shot. Oh god, I made the stupidest joke. I hate it.
Look us out.
I hate that I said that.
I mentioned it, then you're just like, okay, I'll just put that instead of that other one. It's like, okay.
I hate myself for putting that in there. So I guess now we're gonna jump into the third day. The third day of filming, we filmed the last 6 episodes. We wanted to kill each other.
Yeah.
I was having fun.
Well, I had fun too, but it was like tiring.
And I pulled that map out from this picture. I was like, hey, I found this right here.
So episode 7. That was the first episode
was that when
where
she was upset?
Sarah was no longer in the show. That had the cool summoning shot that my parents never saw.
And that the quote from a song I learned in choir in
Right.
5th grade.
Well, now I Google translated Latin phrases, so now it'll
That's
sound
gonna be
legit.
so much harder.
And it wasn't like a demonic.
No, it
phrase or anything.
wasn't.
It was like a
It was
song
like
about peace or something.
Swahili for peace.
It was Swahili. But yeah, so we were summoning Satan and we got voicemail. I remember that from that episode. I also dressed like Peter Pan, and you saw how pale my arms were.
That's why Pocahontas passed.
By the way, here's an overarching problem. Filming with fluorescent lighting as our only light source. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Bad.
We all looked so kind of gross.
That and Bethany's foundation was the same as Lindsay's and I's, and the two of us are really white. Bethany is 2 shades darker than us.
Yeah.
As you can see kind of from my forehead.
And there's the one you did Miranda Sings, and then you forgot that you hadn't done okay, it's gonna be gross.
Keep talking.
I can't talk.
We had to refilm a scene or something.
Yeah,
and we
well,
had to
no,
take
we
all that
hadn't
makeup off.
done one of the individual shots for me, and we were like, oh, we'll film the Miranda Sings, and by Miranda Sings, we're talking about the ugly makeup thing where I scream.
The lipstick makes Kenny think of it.
And and we realized we didn't film one of the office shoots. So you're like, oh, we're just gonna. Well, basically, it wasn't that much of a story. It was just that you had me
The
do one of
lipstick.
my individual scenes after doing Miranda Sings, so I took it all off, and I looked disgusting because I had just taken all my makeup off. So my
Did I include that in the intro sequence? I think I did.
Yeah, I think you did. I was just like, honestly, you had to include that.
It's okay, the intro sequence for season 2, I'll pick better shots. Don't worry. For those of you who haven't seen Roommates Remastered, I made an intro sequence, and it's really cool, so.
It is nice.
So check it out. Check it out down below! Sorry.
That was unnecessary.
You need to remember to do that though.
I will.
The one time you said that, you're gonna link to the 50% off thing down below, you never did.
You just
I stuck it in the
stared at my
comments.
face.
I stuck it in the comments because I'm like,
For
you never
you
did this.
behind
I'm going to give it to you.
Episode 8. I don't remember.
Is that avant-garde?
No. Avant-garde was the
Is it
penultimate.
she's upset and then you lap dance?
No.
Talent show? Yeah.
Was it? What was the one? There was one where it was lottery.
Lottery? Oh, that's after the talent show when we're brainstorming.
Yeah, it was brainstorming. Episode 8 was brainstorming, where we mentioned the lottery and we had no money for scratch-off
Literally
tickets.
nothing happened in that.
That
We
episode
have
was just
6
filler.
kidneys between us or whatever.
That was a good joke. I thought the joke was hilarious.
And I just kind of
But
slowly
literally
cross it
nothing
off.
happened in that episode.
That episode was filler beyond filler.
Yeah.
There was no plot development. The episode after that was talent show, which was fun because I got to put us all in stupid concept.
I've ordered
costumes.
just normal things.
Penguin.
That hat was never seen again. I took that witch hat and then it was just gone.
Oh my god. Bethany and the penguin. Here's a funny story. We went upstairs and by Bethany's family because that's where we were filming the first season and we were gonna go out front to film outside. And her mom was like, what the hell are you doing? And it's like, oh, we're filming a talent show episode. And she looked at Bethany and literally the words out of her mouth, like straight from her mouth, were just like, what's Bethany's talent? To be a dumbass? And that was literally like the greatest thing I think I've ever heard in my life. And I hate that I put my hair up like a pompadour because I look so bad. I look so bad. And like, that shirt was too small and there was problems.
Okay, things being too small, the penguin costume literally came up almost over my knees.
And you had to go outside. It was the middle
It
of
was
August.
so hot. It was so
It was like as hot as it is in this room outside,
Yes.
and you were in a penguin
I
costume.
fell off that
Felt.
chair.
Oh yeah, but that was including the blooper reel because
Yeah.
I wanted to use that shot
Kenny, would
so
you get your
bad.
head out of my face? Thank you.
And
That
then
helps.
the episode after that was the one where I got Bethany drunk, which I enjoyed. We didn't actually
Water.
drink alcohol; it was water in a wine bottle.
Thank you, Mother, for
Yes.
donating that.
But that episode was funny
Love you, Mom.
because I got to write Bethany in a completely ridiculous way,
Yeah.
and the Zoo Police was funny, and everything.
Please.
Everything there was so funny.
She says left when she goes right.
I felt like I put a lot of Sarah's character into Lindsay because I had planned that episode before, and the person who was going to be taking the more like assertive role was originally Sarah, but as she had left to go to the
I needed
nunnery,
to step up.
Lindsay took the place. That episode was a lot of fun. We got some cool angles, I think, in that. I also like how I cut it right as you can noticeably see us start laughing.
You did a lot.
And I
You left a lot of those in just because you thought they were funny.
I do think they're funny. Roommates has bad cuts because bad cuts are funny, and I like it. And
Like we look straight at the camera because we're gonna
Yeah,
shut it
literally,
out.
I'll be walking away and I'll turn around and look at the camera, and then you'll cut it.
That
Oh, yeah,
one time,
you did that in episode 6 when Sarah leaves.
that one time when Abby just disappears when she's walking.
She's like, I'm gonna go get that stuff, and then she like takes 2 steps, vanishes completely. Like the scene just changes. It's funny.
Plot twist: she was a ghost the whole time.
It was so funny. That was episode 10. That episode was filler too. Nothing plot-wise happened there. So was episode 11. That was filler as well.
What was in 11?
Episode 11 was
Oh,
avant.
I was in my underwear.
Your underwear shot
Oh.
was honestly like 2 seconds.
Yeah. When I was laying on top of that pillow after I collapsed again, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, in the blooper reel, I guess you twerked in your underwear.
Yeah, on a wall.
Yeah. Although
That episode was funny. Bethany was on point with her ridiculous caffeinated acting.
30 cups.
She would have died, if she had actually drank that much. But Daniel's dumb.
Yeah.
That was.
That episode has the worst cut in the entire series.
Is that? Wait, which
That's
one
where I'm
is
like creeping.
Oh my god! That is the
Then you
worst.
stop and look up.
Also, like, I get that you're supposed to be sneaking up, but you literally are like being like some creature. And like so stupid. And the fact that I don't know like what's happening, I'm like waiting for it to be cut. And I literally look straight at the camera because I'm like, are we cutting it yet? And then Kenny creeps up,
then I
stops, and then
I look at the camera,
Stop.
I laugh, and then it cuts. It's the best cut I've ever done. Oh, I love it.
This makes me want to watch Roommates. We should watch Roommates after
I don't
this.
care. We're gonna do whatever. But it was so. Oh my god, that cut was so bad, but it was so funny. And then that episode
12.
ends, and then
I really
episode
liked 12.
12 is really good.
The minute and a half of us walking through the dark.
That was
was
really
so
funny.
stupid.
12 was
Literally
funny.
So stupid.
12 was funny though.
Abby in the corner.
Yes, we returned Abby to be the creature in the corner. We had some really good edits there, I think. the like light shining in, fading to her, coming back to our expressions, looking
Your
at
guys' faces.
I love that part.
Yes.
That when Becca comes back and me and Kenny literally sitting there like, our faces are beautiful.
That was a little container of like $1 bills.
It was
but
what was in my
It
wallet.
looked kind of like shiny. I don't know. It looked like
it
a
was
jeweler's.
weird. I don't know. It was cool. That's how the roommates made their rent. Obviously.
Netflix. Who
Yes.
needs that?
If you haven't seen, spoiler for the end of the series, their Netflix does get taken.
Oh.
Which is a
Why would they be watching us talk about the series if they haven't seen this?
because people like to watch this. I
Maybe.
don't know. But there's that.
Satan exists in this world.
Yes, Satan is real in this world.
So
he
Vika
obviously
is
helps.
not just insane.
No.
not-
I was actually told by a friend of mine that you were their favorite character, Lindsay.
Really?
Yes. They liked, and I quote, the Satan worshiper. My favorite character.
She's a
to-
Satan dater. She doesn't want to worship him.
Let's
That's an
talk about
unhealthy
our favorite
relationship.
characters. Or let's start with our favorite aspects of our characters that we portray. Let's start with Abby because she hasn't said a whole lot.
She said oops at some point. I know she
Where's
said
your
that.
face?
What is your favorite aspect about being Sarah?
Yeah,
that's it.
What did you
No,
enjoy
Kenny
doing?
writes characters with people in mind.
My neck.
I do. I'm pretty horrible. Lindsay, what is your favorite aspect about Vika from season 1? You don't know?
She's just so. What's the word I'm looking for?
Blunt?
Straightforward.
Blunt?
Blunt works too. Irreverent. I don't know.
I don't know. I like that Daniel's a D-bag. It's so fun to just be mean to Bethany sometimes because in real life, she sasses me back. But as Amanda, she just has to take it.
Yes, which is annoying.
I mean, she got kind of into it. Like, oh, my feelings are so
I could
hurt.
call him a poop head. That's about all I could call him.
Well, then he's like
Poop
Dr.
face.
Eggface.
Yeah, it was
exactly.
bad. It was funny.
Yeah.
Your favorite aspect of Amanda?
I guess she was, I don't know, like she's super energetic. Like basically Amanda's MO is like super happy, energetic, childish. So it's like pretty consistent and
It's
easy
nice.
to play.
That doesn't work.
Because I'm just like, yeah, all the time.
All the time.
Like a-
I'm gonna say, as the creator of the show and the writer, that Sarah is my favorite character to write.
She's
I always think that she gets a lot of interesting dialogue. I might just be thinking in the future. I don't know.
20 bucks
My
to
novella that I'm working on.
20 boxes of pop tarts.
That was really funny.
I knew that the devil would be tempting or something, but I never knew Pop-Tarts were...
I didn't think Toaster Patriots would be on his side.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, she just gets really fun, ridiculous lines. Another character I enjoy writing is... I mean, I enjoy writing them all, but I think I would put Vika as the hardest character for me to write.
Yeah.
Like, it's really easy to write Amanda because she's just going to say something stupid, pretty much. And it's really easy to write Daniel because he's going to counter whatever Amanda says with something mean. But
Vika is the furthest away from, like, my actual personality.
Yeah,
than all these other
Vika's
people.
sort of, like, cool and collected all the time. She, like, kind of has a vengeful mind.
I'm like, eh.
Don't make her mad because she will come after you, but other than that, she's, like, super chill. So, like, writing her, it's, like, her humor mostly comes from, like, the subtlety of her actions. Like, she'll deliver a line that you think you deliver one way and she'll just deliver it another because that's the kind of person she is. I don't know. That's where I think the humor comes from. Bethany's humor comes from being dumb. And Abby's humor came from... Like, your
being
humor just
the
came from being, like, the
being
most
the
mature.
rock, being the rock in the center of all this.
Yeah, you're
Insanity.
you were literally like the normal and the insane. Like, we're all crazy.
You're the foil
Yeah.
to our voodoo.
And it was really awesome. It was a nice contrast, and I don't know, I enjoy Sarah
And
a
that was
lot.
totally a technical term.
The phlebotinum, that's my favorite word for it's my favorite word for describing things. It's
Okay,
a
then.
Joss Whedon term for how they would describe stuff in Buffy, where they were just like, we'll just use phlebotinum, which is basically, it's the way it is because that's how it is. And that's how I describe things all the time. I'm like, yeah, this happens because it happens. That's why. I don't know. Any thoughts on roommates that you have that you want to share? Because I've been talking a lot.
I had to go and put up with so much crap.
You
in
still
that
do.
series. My character by far had to go through the most crap. Like I had to do the farting scene. I had to do the makeup screaming scene. Honestly, I will never be satisfied until you write a character that has to go through the same amount of crap. And fun fact, Kenny has posted the photo of me, Miranda Singh's face on my Facebook wall, multiple times, 3 or 4 times, so that everyone could see it. So not only did he,
It's not that bad.
He never let me live it down.
We could have done.
Well, I think this has gone on for a pretty long time. I would first and foremost like to thank all 3 of you for joining me because it's crowded in this small room and we're sweating badly, and
We could have done that earlier.
we can
Or in
maybe
second
not
Just
be.
in there.
Maybe we can go somewhere where there's air
Film outside.
conditioning. But thanks for joining me. It was really nice getting to talk with y'all about Roommates. Like I've announced many times before, but I'm going to do this again. Roommates is returning for a 2nd season.
Which is. And it's actually all written this time.
It is completely written. It's completely planned out. I'm
it's gonna be
excited
nice.
for it. I think you guys are excited for it. I think it's going to turn out, and I think it's going to be a hilarious season, and I'm thinking 2 seasons is not where the show ends, so keep your eyes open for the future. Other than that, there really isn't a whole lot more to say. Just keep your eyes open. Roommates Season 2 will begin its filming shortly. Its actual upload will probably be closer to when Roommates Season 1 premiered, so it probably won't be until about the 2nd week of September when the episodes start coming out.
Just started every year on.
But Roommates airs Mondays, just so you know, so
It can't be a year.
there'll be stuff. There'll be stuff to see. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and until next time, stay awesome. I'm rooting for you. Everybody want to do a simultaneous goodbye, or just weird staggered goodbyes?
Do you weird?
Bye!
Bye.